there are lots of different reasons. Now we know the people that we're going to be looking out for, but there are lots of different reasons why people would join Party Plan. And last week we talked about reasons why we would want to recruit people, but this week I want to think about why would people join Party Plan. So there's quite a few reasons, and I'm sure we could go on with that as well. You know, there's lots and lots of reasons for people to join. So what I want to get you to do now is just have a look at that list and find what was your button. What was the thing that when you were sitting at a party or wherever it was that you first came across this company that you joined, what was the thing that attracted you about the business? And once you've thought of it, there might be a couple of things in there, because there may be more than one thing that attracted you, but choose the one or two most significant ones. And now think about, how do you talk about the business opportunity at your parties, if you talk about it at all, because some people find it very difficult to talk about the business, which is one of the things we're going to work on in this series. But if you do talk about it, what do you talk about? Because if you're like most people, you'll mainly be mentioning the one or two buttons that you have of your own, which is great because those things are close to your heart. But the problem is that you're not talking to everybody in the room. So, like, for an example, let's say you join for the social aspects of the business. That's what you joined for. And travel, which is also offered by the company, means absolutely nothing to you at all. Now, it would be really easy for you just to talk a lot about how fantastic it is to be meeting so many people and how much you're loving that. And you could completely not even mention the travel. Now, there are going to be people sitting at your parties who've never been on a plane, who don't even have a passport. And maybe they already have a fantastic social life, and they don't need any more friends. They enjoy a very active social life. So what you're saying now about improving your social life just doesn't do anything for them at all. It doesn't attract them at all. So they could easily go off and join another Party Plan company that offers what they want, which is travel. And which is a shame, because if your company offers that as well, it's a real shame. It's a waste. So this actually happened to me for real, but it wasn't to do with travel or socializing. It was to do with the car. The company that I was in offered a free car. And when I was a young consultant, fairly new, I really felt that the car was way too out of my league. It was too hard to achieve, and it wasn't what I was in the company for, and therefore I never mentioned it, never talked about it. And one day I found out that one of my very best customers ever had joined another company. She called me up, pleased as anything, to ask me to have a party for her, and she joined it because they offered a car. She didn't know that my company offered a car. So whose fault was that? Incidentally, I'll just have to add that I did go on and achieve 3 brand new cars in the company, and surprisingly I did start talking about the cars, but I had to learn the lesson the hard way. So these things that we've put up on the board, these are all of the buttons that could potentially belong to people who are sitting at your party, and there are probably more as well, but these are some of the common ones. Now, we can't really, at a party, we can't really go on about all of them without being a little bit boring and probably slightly annoying as well. So we need to find ways of being able to communicate some of them at least without needing to speak at all. And we also need to find ways of communicating them with maybe just a very little amount of speaking, so that we can push all the buttons without needing to go on and deliver an entire lecture about joining our business.